Hello, I am Dr. Saravanan. I am a senior interventional cardiologist and cardiac electrophysiologist. I initially trained in Madurai, India. Then I went to the UK where I did all my cardiac training and I was a senior consultant cardiologist in the northwest of England. I came back to India in 2017 and since then I've been practicing as a cardiologist, initially in Chennai and subsequently now in Bangalore. Today we are going to look at heart attack and what are the consequences of heart attack and how to recover after a heart attack. It's very important because heart attack has become very, very common in India now. India is considered to be the heart attack capital of the world, where we see almost every day one person getting heart attack. In my practice where I'm working, at least one person. This morning I have already done 2 procedures on people with heart attack. Yesterday we did 2 procedures. So it's a daily affair where we are seeing a lot of people getting heart attack. Once you get a heart attack, you will have some after effects as a result of the heart attack. When we say heart attack, what we mean is that there are 3 coronary arteries to the heart, one in the front, one on the right side, one on the back side. If any one of these arteries which supply blood flow to the heart, if any one of them get blocked completely 100%, then there is no blood flow to that part of the heart and there is damage and death to that part of the heart muscle. That is a heart attack. So once the heart develops such damage, it will never be back to normal. The first thing to do if you have some symptoms of heart attack such as severe chest pain, sweating, heavy sweating, and if you feel dizzy, lightheaded, palpitations, very fast beating of your heart, anything like that, particularly the most common symptom of a very tight chest with heavy sweating, you need to seek medical attention urgently, because if within 1 hour of a heart attack, I can open up the blocked artery, I can minimize the damage to the heart. So that is the first step, which is identifying the heart attack, seeking medical attention, coming to a place where people like me can see you and treat you as quickly as possible. So once that is done, then that it is increasingly becoming more common because people are now more aware of the symptoms. And even if it is not a heart attack, they are coming in to get checked out, which is a good thing. So once that is all done, then there will always be some residual damage to the heart. So the next focus should be how to recover from that damage to make it back to normal, make your heart back to normal. And the second thing is how to prevent the next heart attack. If anyone has had a heart attack in their lifetime, their risk of having a second heart attack is much higher than someone who has not had a heart attack. So heart attack itself is a risk for a second heart attack. So it's very, very important. In that context, there are 3 elements. One is best medications, which people like me and my colleagues will be recommending to you. The medications will be focusing on improving the function of your heart, helping the repair and the damage of the heart to come back to normal. And the third thing will be to try and control your risk factors such as sugar, BP, cholesterol. These the medicines will try to do. We will give you good medicines to achieve that. But that is only 1/3 of the treatment. The second third, there are 3 thirds. The second third of the treatment is diet. And the third is lifestyle modification. Unfortunately, a lot of focus goes on the first third, where people like me, we are doing the angiogram, angioplasty, putting stents in, opening the arteries, making the patients better on the immediate situation, give them tablets, send them home, and the patients never come back to us, or the patients continue taking the tablets for years together, which is okay, which is good, which deals with the 1/3 of the problem, but it doesn't address the other 2/3. So today we are going to talk mostly about the other 2/3, which is addressed collectively as cardiac rehabilitation. Unfortunately, there is no focus on this very, very important part of treatment after a heart attack in India. You would never have heard, if any member of your family has had a heart attack, you probably never heard this terminology, cardiac rehabilitation, being mentioned to you or your family members when they were discharged from the hospital. There is not much commercial interest in this, but that is not to say that it is not very important. the most important part of treatment after a heart attack is cardiac rehabilitation. When I was working in the UK, we were mandated every patient who I see and treat for a heart attack, I have to. If I don't, then I'll be penalized for not referring a patient to the cardiac rehabilitation center. So we had a massive cardiac rehab center which was sitting next door to the major hospital which was doing all this procedure, and we would refer these patients automatically. They will be picked up, and at discharge they will be going and enrolling into that rehab program. Because this is not happening in India, plus the fact that in India actually we are blessed with a lot of different fields of medicine, different aspects of medicine, I have come up with an idea and a plan in conjunction with Dr. Swami, who heads Shathayu Ayurveda group. Together we have put up a program called Integrated Care for Cardiac Rehabilitation. The focus is to look at all the best interventions in modern medicine and the traditional Ayurvedic medicine and combine them together to give patients the best benefit after a heart attack so that the next heart attack is prevented. In that context, we have a program which runs for a week as a residential program in the retreat center in Devanahalli, which is a Shathayu retreat center, which is a very high quality residential treatment center which is already working as an efficient Ayurvedic retreat center. Here you will be coming on a Sunday, and then you will have a daily assessment of your cardiac status, your medications. You will be given lifestyle modification advice. You will be going through dietary modification, exercises, graded exercises through a physiotherapist, yoga, and some Ayurvedic interventions. And all of this put together, we have combined a program so that the combination of the facts that we deal with, where we look at your medications, we look at your modern medicines that you're taking, we look at the various aspects of your day-to-day life and change it over a period of 1 week so that when you go back to your own lifestyle, when you go back to your own daily day-to-day activities and your own homes and offices, etc., you will be able to practice what you learned here over a period of week. And then it becomes generally a healthy lifestyle practice for you so that you will not have a second heart attack. If you think about it, the risk of second heart attack carries a 50% chance you won't make it to the hospital. Following that, the damage that the second heart attack does to your heart would mean that you may end up with a condition called heart failure. And thirdly, the economic, the financial implications of a further heart attack is going to be far, far more than what you would spend in a rehab program. So prevention is the best form of treatment, and therefore it is very important, particularly after you have had one episode of a serious illness which was life-threatening. It is very important to try and avoid the next one. To avoid the next one, this cardiac rehabilitation program that we have put together in our retreat center, combined with a number of interventions that we will be doing there, will ensure that you don't have another heart attack. If you or any one of your relative has had heart attack in the recent past, please contact this number and we will give you more information about the program, the cardiac rehabilitation program, which will be very useful to prevent the next heart attack for you. Thank you very much.